Hello YouTubers, Manny here from Manny's How To Workshop, and welcome back to my channel. So yeah, this happened. So this is the gear shift lever for my 98 Honda Civic, and obviously it's old, yes I know, 98, but that's the project car that I'm fixing up so I can sell. So anyway, so this happened. This push button for the gear shifter, uh, the plastic, I guess the molded plastic that comes from the factory deteriorates over time, especially in this hot, Florida climate. The plastics, lose their strength. They normally they're stiff and brittle, but over time they soften up and then they start to shred. So what happened one day, I went to go, shift the car, and this button like fell over to the side, and I'm like, and I just barely touched it, and I was like, oh crap. And then this cap, this plastic cap, it broke off right here on the seam, okay, right on the edge, clean break, like straight down. And so I'm like, oh crap. So how the hell am I going to shift the car now, since I got to be able to push it in order to shift it? And then in this model car, it also has that drive interlock where you got to put the key in, turn it to the on position, and then it has a drive interlock controller underneath the dash that disengages the gear shift at the bottom of the rod. At the bottom of the gear shift, there's a little solenoid there that disengages for you to allow to pull the shifter down. There's a reset way you could do it manually by taking the key and sticking it in a little slot and shifting it out of park if you ever happen to get stuck and you need to start the car. But that's another story, or another video rather. But anyway, so basically, the first fix that I did, as you can see, there's a little hole right in the middle there. I thought that I could just go ahead and drill through this cap right here, put it back over there, and drill right into the rest of the piece that was here, which is this piece right here. And I thought it was solid on the inside. Turns out it's not so solid. And it worked for about a week. I did put a screw in there, a long screw that went from here all the way in and then attached itself in here. But I couldn't see the inside part. But come to find out, this is actually made, there's a slot. This is the spring that gives you that little, spring action. But anyway, so you can see that it's slotted. Oh, let me go right. So you can see that it's slotted, right? Especially right here. Right there in this little channel. Let me point that with a pencil. So right here in this channel, okay, there's a part of the gear shifter that's on the car that has that angle, and I'll show you that in a second. Show you how everything fits. Okay, and so basically, this whole piece right here, this whole assembly, when it's good, the spring attaches back here. You slide the whole thing in there. Like I said, there's a slot here, and you shove it back in there, and when it clicks on that little tab, it locks in place. And then there's two screws that hold the handle down. There's one little screw that goes on this side, and there's a little screw that goes on that side. One on the left, one on the right. Alright, so let me show you what I'm talking about in the car that actually goes in here when you put the whole thing in there, and it works properly. Okay, so this is the piece that I'm talking about right there, and this is the one that when you push the button in, that blue piece rides on here and on this angle right here that looks like a 45. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, it's almost a 45, maybe a little steeper. So when you push it, that other piece in there has the other angle that rides across, and that since the handle is bolted down, screwed down, this has no choice but to go down when you push that other piece in there, and it makes it operate that way. So by pushing down on that, and this is just a little guide sleeve right here, plastic glide sleeve. But you can see that this goes down. There's a little spring at the very bottom too, but it doesn't take much effort. See, and that will go down. So like I said, I'm like, okay, well, I need to get this fixed because I've been using this car mostly. Okay. And like I said, that trick worked for about a week or so, and then I figured, well, I'm either gonna go to the junkyard to get another handle, or see what I can do. And what I'm about to show you is what I ended up coming up as an idea to fix it. So basically, I said to myself, I need something round, preferably a piece of wood, because metal is not going to work for what I needed to do. I needed something that can mimic this piece right here. And lo and behold, when you know it, this is an old toilet paper holder. It's a wooden one, okay? And basically, this here had this little spring right here on the inside like that. This piece right here was actually attached to this piece right here. This is the other piece that went to it like this. That went inside this little nail right there, went right in this little hole right here, and I guess it kept this part right here. It went right up against this part, so that wouldn't come out the rest of the way. So I was like, well, let me measure the diameter of this right here and see what I can do to make something similar. And like I'm telling you, sometimes I have the best luck because this piece right here was close, but not too close, which is fine. All right, so I said, you know what? I could probably use this to take the place of this. So I cleaned this out, cleaned out the cap, took out the rest of that blue stuff that's just falling apart like this, shredding. And then I said, well, I can make that as long as I get a long enough piece, round piece of wood, like an old broom handle. I don't have a lathe, a wood turning lathe, so I said, well, I'm just going to have to do it with file and sandpaper. And sure enough, when I took this out, I couldn't believe my luck. This shaft right here, as you can see, right there, was already that size because I had to go inside this piece right here. And then on this end, there was already this other piece right here, this other end right there, because this is the part that goes on the other side of the toilet paper holder, right? And so is this side. So I was like, okay, well, all I gotta do, and this end right here was the same size as that, so I had to make it smaller. Basically took this spring right here, put it up against there, but upside down, traced it around it, and then took a chisel like this one and then just shaved it down until it was the right size so that the spring can attach there. Okay, so I was like, okay, and then I measured this distance right here to make sure that it was the right length of this cap right here, because this cap's going to slide right over that. And it only came up to there, but I ended up taking off a little bit more, like from there to there, not much. And took that off, and then went to the process of sanding this body part down, okay, to meet the interior diameter of that hole, okay, which for me was 19.6 mil was that dimension of the hole to be able to slide in there nice. 7.4 mil was this right here, and 59.5 mil was the total. That's with the cap on from this end right here, and with the cap on. Okay, so the next step was to figure out, okay, how exactly is that going to work? And then when I noticed that this slot right here is what that the rest of the handle in the car needed to go into, I said, oh, okay, I got to do the same thing. So came up with the idea once again to go ahead and find out what that distance is right there of that slot right there. Measured that with my caliper. This is a metric one. And figured out what the drill size was, which is this one right here. Okay, and this is actually a, let me see. This is a 7/32 drill, and I used a little smaller drill just as a pilot. I put that piece right there on my vise right here just to hold it, because you can want to drill nice straight, right, and true. And that's what I did. So right here, I drilled a pilot hole, went straight down till the other side, and then came back with the bigger drill and went straight down. And then right here, I figured out what the angle was. Like I said, about 45. Once again, used a small drill right there, piloted straight down to meet the one I already drilled. Took the big one, came back, drilled the center right here a little bit, and then came back with this chisel right here and just kind of scraped it down straight, just to make sure it was just enough so that I can put the other piece on. Okay, so that I can put it and slide it on there and it work okay. So went ahead and put the cap back on here and then drilled a pilot hole, you can see right there, so that I can mount this cap. I mean, it's on there snug, but so that it doesn't slide off over time, I went ahead and pre-drilled it so that I can put this screw right here. It's a cap head screw right down to hold it in place, makes it nice, and you know, everything works out good. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and assemble it now. I actually put some grease in here in that little channel right there, so that it, up against that metal, it's some kind of composite aluminum, but anyway, to make it so that it slides nice. Okay, I'll go ahead and put everything together and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, you guys, so I went ahead and assembled the little plunger right there, as you can see. Put the screw on there on the other side, and I'm always going to paint this black. Okay, probably use some permanent marker on the head of this screw, just kind of blend in. And then as you can see, out of focus. As you can see, it goes right in there. So this the little channel has to be on the bottom, so when I put it in there, I just have to slide this all the way in like this, and the wood part is not going to show when this is installed, I believe, because normally this is actually like somewhere around there, and then when you need to use it, you push it the rest of the way in, just about. So we'll put it in and see what it looks like, and I'll decide whether or not I need to take it out and paint it as well. But you know what, actually, let me go ahead and do that just in case. All right, hold on a second. All right, you guys, so I went ahead and like I said, used the marker and painted majority of it on the bottom. Also painted the screw head so it kind of blends in. All right, so we'll take it over to the car and hook it up and see how it works. Okay, so I'm in the car now, and as you can see, there's the little the rest of the shift lever right there. So like I said, I gotta make sure that the notch right there is on the bottom, so that when I put it in there, I'll feel it clicking. So I'm just gonna go ahead and slide it over and push that in just a little bit like that until right there. I don't know if you guys heard it, but it went right in. And as you can see, let's see. Okay, there's the little push button. Okay, and right now the handle can turn back and forth, and it's as far down as it can go right there. All right, and then I have the two screws in here, so I can go ahead and put that in there and then see if it will grab. Oh, the right side grabbed. All right, let's see. Now for the left side, put the screw in there, and then screw it in place. Okay, that's nice and snug. All right, so remember what I was telling you guys. This button will not go in unless I turn the key on to the on position, or I believe at least the accessory, because that sends the power to the controller that's right over here, and then it allows this to move back and forth. All right, so I got my emergency brake on just to make sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the key. It's actually in the on position, as you can see. All my lights are on. Foot on the brake. The moment of truth. Okay, so now I'm gonna squeeze this and see if I can shift it. Oh, look at that. Reverse. Drive 3, 2, let go, the spring brings it back. Here we go. See, it came back right there. Drive 4. That's working pretty good. Neutral. It's good. Reverse. Reverse is good. Back in park. There's park. Release the brake. Turn the key off. And it's stuck. Okay. So let's see. Okay, so the key's off. You can see there's no lights on there. And I'm going to try to go ahead and do the same thing. Foot on the brake. Push the button and then see where it goes. Alright, see? Right there I can feel it. It only goes in. I don't know if you can see it. Hold on, let's see if I can bring you guys in closer. Right there. It only goes in like halfway. It won't allow it to go in all the rest of the way unless the key is on. So that's a safety feature. So I guess in case kids mess around with the car, they can't accidentally take it out of gear. Okay. Well, right there, guys. I'd say that's a win-win. And as always, thanks for coming to my channel, watching my videos. And this was a quick, well, not a quick fix, took a couple hours, on how to fix a gear shifter that the button, all the plastic's deteriorated. As always, thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Alright, take care.